Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Monday, January 18, 2021. Deutsche Welle report. Bavaria mandates FFP2 masks, all of Germany may follow. Top German officials were set to discuss an order that would make wearing higher quality FFP2 masks mandatory in certain situations, the German media reported on Monday. The reports came as the heads of all 16 German states were due to decide on tougher anti-pandemic measures at a meeting with the federal government on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the German government increased its earlier offer of sending millions of vouchers for the FFP2 masks to people believed to be at the highest risk.
Fox report. Is anything being done to stop another pandemic emerging from China? A year since the words, novel coronavirus, crept into news headlines, and over 2 million lives have been claimed as a result of the disease, officially termed COVID-19. Moreover, it has permeated every pocket of the planet, morphed into dozens of different strains, shuttered the world economy, overwhelmed healthcare resources, and rendered millions with unknown long-term ramifications. But what is to say that another, entirely new pandemic could spawn at any moment?
Al Jazeera report. COVID review panel critical of China, WHO delay. Chinese officials could have applied public health measures more forcefully in January with the spread of the coronavirus, and the World Health Organization, WHO, took too long to declare an international emergency. An independent panel reviewing the global handling of the COVID-19 pandemic has said. The virus was first detected in the Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019, before seeping beyond the country's borders to wreak global havoc, costing more than 2 million lives and eviscerating economies.
Al Jazeera report. FBI probes whether woman stole Pelosi's laptop to sell to Russia. The FBI is investigating whether a pro-Trump rioter stole House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's laptop from her office and attempted to sell it to a Russian intelligence service, according to court documents. According to an affidavit from FBI agent Jonathan Lund, Riley June Williams of Pennsylvania breached the Capitol with other far-right rioters on January 6 and was seen throughout the U.S. seat of government in open-source videos and news reporting.
CNN report. French politics kills Canadian bid to create one of the world's top supermarket groups. The French government has put an abrupt end to a $20 billion takeover of the country's biggest retailer by Canada's largest convenience store operator. In a joint statement on Saturday, French supermarket chain Carrefour (CRERF) and Couche-Tard (ANCTF), the owner of Circle K, said that talks about a €16.2 billion $19.5 billion transaction are no longer continuing. The companies, which had confirmed the merger discussions only last week, said that they would instead explore partnerships in areas such as fuel purchasing, distribution and private label products.
BBC report. COVID vaccine. WHO warns of catastrophic moral failure. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said it was not fair for younger, healthy people in richer nations to get the jab before vulnerable people in poorer states. He said over 39 million vaccine doses had been given in 49 richer states. This compared with just 25 doses in one low-income country. So far, China, India, Russia, the UK and the US have all developed COVID vaccines, with others being made by multinational teams, like the American-German Pfizer vaccine.
BBC report. Saudi Arabia executions. Drastic reduction reported in 2020. It attributed that in part to an unannounced moratorium on executions for drug-related offenses, giving more nonviolent criminals a second chance. The campaign group Reprieve warned that the number might increase this year. The government recommenced executions at an increased rate in the final quarter of 2020. Approximately one-third of all executions last year were carried out in December alone.
CNN report. Ghana president warns of health system overload as COVID cases soar. Ghana's COVID-19 infection rates are skyrocketing and include new strains of the virus not before seen in the country, filling treatment centers and threatening to overwhelm the health system, President Nana Akufo-Addo said on Sunday. Ghana is not yet close to a peak seen during the first wave of infections in the middle of last year, but could quickly reach that level if cases keep rising at the current rate.
CNN report. Air quality regulator temporarily suspends cremation limits for LA County amid backlog from pandemic. As Los Angeles County battles against the unrelenting coronavirus, An air pollution control agency says it has temporarily suspended limits on cremations in order to assist crematoriums in the county with a backlog caused by the pandemic. The South Coast Air Quality Management District said in a news release Sunday that permits for crematoriums usually contain limits on the number of human remains that can be cremated each month, based on the potential impact they will have on air quality.
Deutsche Welle report. Italy's PM Conte survives to face confidence test in Senate. Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte survived a confidence vote in the country's lower house on Monday, although his main test is expected on Tuesday when the upper house, the Senate, cast their ballot. Conte's government won the lower house vote by 321 to 259, a margin that was wider than expected. The premier had earlier appealed to liberal, pro-European lawmakers to support his beleaguered government or risk handing power to the nationalist right.
Deutsche Welle report. Germany charges 2 Syrians with terrorism over 2012 killing. 2 Syrian nationals will face trial in Germany over alleged affiliation to a terrorist group in their home country, Germany's federal prosecutor general said on Monday. The German authorities suspect that the two were involved in the killing of a Syrian military officer in 2012. One suspect has been charged with membership of the al-Qaeda-affiliated group in Syria, known at the time as the Nusra Front.
Al Jazeera report. Trump and UnAmericanism. Watching the spectacle of U.S. President Donald Trump's supporters breaching the Capitol on January 6 in an effort to stop the Congress from certifying the results of the 2020 elections, I was reminded of a line in Joseph Conrad's novella, Heart of Darkness. This is about Mr. Kurtz, a British colonialist, who goes native and rogue and a little mad after he gets to Africa, with lethal consequences for the Africans.
CNN report. Tom Brady guides the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to playoff victory over the New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady remains on track to win a 7th Super Bowl ring as he led the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a 30-20 victory over the New Orleans Saints on Sunday, in a game that saw Brady up against fellow veteran quarterback Drew Brees. The pair's combined age of 85 years and 169 days is the oldest combined age of opposing starting quarterbacks in a single game. It was the Bucs' new signing who had the upper hand with 2 touchdown passes as well as scoring one himself.
BBC report. Ethiopia Tigray crisis. Fear of mass starvation. The government-run Tigray Emergency Coordination Center (ECC) is assessing needs following the conflict there. The federal government declared victory at the end of November, but sporadic fighting has continued and the UN has described the humanitarian situation as severe. In a statement on Friday, the Ethiopia embassy in London said the authorities wanted to help those in need. The government of Ethiopia remains committed to working closely with its humanitarian and development partners to address any outstanding challenges that could hinder the safe, effective, and efficient delivery of humanitarian assistance to all affected populations, it said.
Fox report. Missing Arizona woman Jessica Goodwin was found severely dehydrated, police reveal. The 28-year-old Arizona woman who vanished last week under abnormal circumstances was in a state of severe dehydration when she was found Sunday, police are now telling Fox News. Jessica Goodwin of Santan Valley remains hospitalized as of midday Monday, but her condition is continuing to improve, according to the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Detectives are still investigating what led up to her disappearance, a police spokesperson told Fox News in an email.
Fox report. Kremlin Navalny remanded for 30 days by judge, spokeswoman says. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has been remanded in custody for 30 days by a judge after a court hearing at a police precinct, according to his spokeswoman Kira Yarmysh. The Kremlin critic has been held at the police precinct outside Moscow since his return to Russia from Germany on Sunday, 5 months after his poisoning with the nerve agent Novichok. He arrived with his wife Yulia Navalnaya at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport on Sunday evening local time and was immediately detained at passport control.
Fox report. Oregon thief steals car with child, 4, inside, returns to lecture, mother, police say. Oregon authorities are on the lookout for a thief who stole an unlocked vehicle with a child inside, then returned only moments later and lectured the mother before ordering her to get the tot out of the car and driving away, police told Fox News on Monday. The mother had pulled her vehicle near the front door of Basics Meat Market in Beaverton, at approximately 10 minutes past 9 a.m. on Saturday, according to the Oregonian-Oregon Live and Beaverton Police Department spokesperson Officer Matt Henderson.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell.